This morning I was going through my pantry and I realized I had the ingredients to make my stuffed peanut butter pancakes. So that's what I'm going to be making for breakfast. So we have our pancake mix, peanut butter. It's Peter Pan, but it was free. Eggs. This is frosting mix. This is what we stuff them with. I have almond milk and water. So I'm going to combine all these in the bowl, and then we use this instrument to put the pancake mix into a mold on a griddle. And then after we pour the pancake mix into the mold, we put a little scoop of this in the middle of that pancake mix. And then we squirt a little bit more on top to cover it. And because it's in this thing, we can actually flip it without any trouble. We just grab each side. See, there's a little handle on each side. And when we flip it, and that bakes the filling into the center. And then I top it with a little bit of butter and usually serve it with some kind of syrup. So I'm going to get started mixing these up, and then I'll show you guys. All right, so in this container I have put 2 cups of pancake mix, a cup of peanut butter, 2 large eggs, a half a cup of water, a half a cup of almond milk. I'm going to blend this all together, and once it's nice and creamy, then I'll get my griddle set up and get ready to do that. Right. This is the consistency you want. You want it to be somewhat liquidy, but not really runny. And the reason is we're going to dispense this into this using this little dispenser. And if this is really thick, it's not going to go through the dispenser. And that's one reason. And the other reason is this is going to rise because it's got eggs in it, and it's also pancake mix. So it has baking soda in it to make it rise. So we're not going to use a ton of this for each one of these pancakes because these are tiny. So we want it to be about this consistency. Now we are going to spray this down really, really good. We don't want these to stick. We're going to spray this down. We are also going to spray this because we do not want pancakes sticking to the mold. And then you want it everywhere on that mold. And we're going to set the temperature at about 325 degrees. This is all set and it's going to heat up. You want to leave that mold on there while it's heating up because you want the mold to get hot. All right. We're going to fill this dispenser. And I use a ladle to do it. I'm going to pour it in the dispenser. And your dispenser is going to be about this full. I'm going to shake it a little bit to get any air bubbles out. Now, we're going to fill the pancake mold. So you're going to take the dispenser and you're going to start in the middle. You're going to pull this and allow that pancake to flow out. And this is a little slow and tedious, but there's a reason behind this. When you're making these, you want them to be consistent. It's very, very important that they be consistent. Usually one dispenser is enough to do the whole the whole thing. So there we have that. Now we're going to add 1 spoon of this frosting to each one. You might have to help the frosting a little bit. We're going to go right in the center, just like that. Just like that. When we were kids, my mother used to call these treasure pancakes. We never knew what we were going to find inside, but most of the time it was homemade buttercream frosting, so I kind of stick to that one. Now, as you can see, those are beginning to bubble a little bit. And we're going to fill our dispenser again. Tap it. And we're going to put a little bit of a topping on each one of these. Just a little. Just the top to cover that frosting. Now, we're going to let these cook. As you can see, they're really starting to cook. We're going to let them cook until the top has bubbles and kind of looks a little shiny, and then we'll flip them. Alright, so this is what you want these to look like when you're getting ready to turn them. And yes, they kind of overflowed their boundaries, but that's all okay, because when we turn them, they're going to bake, and then we're going to pop them out of there. Now we've turned these over, and you see how nice and browned they are. Absolutely beautiful. And we're going to let these cook a little longer, so they're browned on the other side. And then I'll show you how to punch them out of the mold. Alright, to check for doneness, you're kind of going to push down. If they're separating from the mold, these aren't quite ready, then they're done. If they're not separating, oh, now they're starting to separate. When they start to separate, that means they're done. After we've pressed on them and gotten them nice and separated, then we're going to grab the mold on one side and come up. Grab the mold on the other side and come up. Now your mold is loose, but it's hot. So we're going to take a pop pad, and we're going to remove that mold. And as you can see, you have these adorable little round pancakes. I'm actually going to take a little spoon, I'm going to use a little knife, and I'm going to cut these like so. So they're consistent little round cakes, and we're going to transfer those to a plate and add some butter to let that melt on them. Alright, so I've successfully transferred those to the plate and added a little butter. They're stacked, 2 in a stack, but I'll stack more on each one. And we're going to get ready to do a second batch, because these are very tasty, so they get eat a lot of. But, they look adorable. Alright, so this is how we serve them. You don't need syrup because they've got sweet in them, so this is how we serve them. And Nikki has never had Mommy's treasure cake, so let's see what she thinks. I think she might like them.